Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we offer a variety of testing done right here in our office. Along with our highly trained and skilled staff, we have the latest technology for cardiac stress testing, high-tech ultrasound, and cardiac monitoring. Whether you are experiencing chest pain, palpitations, or need clearance for surgery, Southern Tennessee Cardiology is here for your cardiac needs.
Morning. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I am going to do a call in 10 minutes. I'm calling in Nicholas Ma. We talked about him yesterday. And I'm almost giddy like a school kid because he's pretty cool. His dad, I don't know why I was thinking about bass. His dad, world class cellist, saying that right? In the world class is his dad, and then I went into Wikipedia and find out more about him, and he's really darn cool. He's decided he has an interesting. You really got to Google him. Let's see if I can get it correctly. I mean, he's done it all. That's right. He went to Harvard, and went into it was like. Global something or another, wonky. He went into something like that, global strategies or something. And then he got a master's in fine art in film and television. And he did the documentary that I'm dying to see, called Won't You Be My Neighbor, I think. Won't You Be My Neighbor? It was about Mr. Rogers and Mr. Rogers' neighbor, and the philosophy of being gentle with children and exploring so many wonderful things. I mean, I have such great memories, so I'm going to try not to geek out at that. But I did a little search, and I got to confirm that. But I was telling Stephen, I think it was the highest grossing documentary in history. Maybe at that time. I don't know. I'm going to have to reconfirm my facts. Sometimes searches aren't always perfect. But anyway, we're going to talk to him in 8 minutes. Oh, and they're talking about the whole point of this is that he is, I believe, and he's going to tell us more about they have a I'm pretty sure. But basically, it's called American Revival, and it's spreading joy and sunshine wherever they go, but finding a way through music and other ways to stop the divides and bring everybody together, which is super cool. I really like that. I went to that organizational thing at the gym, and the proceeds for what they are doing, they were chosen out of, in the in the country, they only choose certain places, and they chose Grundy County pretty much because of Emily Parton, because Emily Parton is a force of nature, and the proceeds benefit finishing the auditorium, Performing Arts Center, and the gymnasium community center. So how cool! I mean, how neat is that? So thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Big topic, if you haven't been on Facebook lately, is the Orangemen. They are called Orangemen. That's, you Google that, and they're Orangemen, and it's monk. They worship Krishna. These cute young kids, honestly, they seem super sweet. And seems, I mean, honestly, in the whole like wild world of things, becoming one with nature is perfect here, right? Just perfect. But they have an interesting past, so, or at least the organization does, and their goals. So it's kind of like, well, they certainly certainly are not going to have the infrastructure to do what they think they're going to do. There's been some deep dives on. They've got an Instagram channel and YouTube, and I think TikTok, and it's these fellas that are in these, monk clothes, but they're orange. And, it's going to be interesting fit. And they came to Grutley Lager, outside of Grutley Lager, I think, because we have no regulation. And I think that's really kind of the interesting diagram of events, is that, we love freedom here. We love freedom. We are freedom lovers. Don't tell us what to do. That's just our DNA. I mean, you talk about authenticity and being culturally specific. We don't like people telling us what to do. That's our culture. And so we have no regulations, but here we are. We have 5,000 monks or wannabe monks that want to descend on to Grutley Lager and just live there and do, I'm not sure what. That's a lot of people. We don't even have 5,000 people in any of our largest towns. Do you know what 5,000 people would look like in one? It's well, anyway. I'm not a judgy person. I want everyone, just like this project, American Revival. I want everyone to love one another, but it is hard to assimilate that kind of community into Grundy County. It's very unrealistic. It's very unrealistic. So anyway, I'm trusting the process. I feel good because the people that I have hired in Grundy County are going to do the best that they can to navigate this situation. That's when elections matter. I've hired people that I trust to navigate this situation, and I'm just going to trust. I'm very confident that everyone, there's cool heads at the table, and they will figure it out to the best of their ability. That's why elections matter. So that's that. I've got 3 minutes. What else is going on besides the American Revival and the Orangemen? Monteagle, that's going forward. So tonight, they had a 2-year strategic plan process. Monteagle never does anything very fast. But this is an incredibly wonderful step in the right direction of blowing up our zoning regulations. Zoning regulations. It was 163, and then I think it went down to 153. I could be totally off base, but that many pages of regulations, and we just have got to do better. Monteagle is a tourism town. Monteagle is a tourism town. It's always been a tourism town. Always has been a tourism town, and we operate on tourism. If no one else in Grundy County wants to do tourism, Monteagle will always do tourism. I'm just telling you. And we're, we live in God's country. So anyway, that's a debate, and honestly, I think these things are good to talk about, and it brings up issues that have been underlying for a long time. Tourism, lodging tax, mandatory now, grandfathered in, but lodging tax is supposed to go back into tourism. I mean, it's in Monteagle when they put it in a long time ago. I want to say Dean Lay was mayor. Big Jim was madder than a wet hen about him just putting the money, which was supposed to go to marketing Monteagle. It went into the general fund. That's what Dean Lay did. He put it in the general fund, and Jim Oliver, who always was the big thing in town, and he still really is. He was mad, and you know how when Jim Oliver got mad, it was all on like Donkey Kong. So that's why the separation of philosophies. Thankfully, Jim Oliver always kept his place wonderful and expanded his opportunities. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we're talking about it. Our economy, there's so many components of it, and our leaders have gone round and around, and the reality of the situation is that some things just don't fit anymore, and so we're just going to have to pivot, like Mountain Goat Market pivot. You got to pivot. All right, here it is. I'm going to do it. Number one. So excited. Okay.
Hello, this is Nicholas.
Hey, Nicholas. This is Iva over at Morning on the Mountain. How are you this morning?
I'm well. How are you, Iva?
I could not be more overjoyed to talk to you this morning. I was so looking forward to it. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Are you kidding? I'm so glad to do it, and I've been so looking forward to my conversation with you. So we're in the same boat, just in different cities right now.
Oh, well, let's first go into, because I did a deep dive on Nicholas Ma, and I'm just
Oh no.
I did, and it was so cool. I was like, oh, he is so cool. He got out of like government relations or strategy and global markets or whatever you were doing, and went into film and television doing cool stuff. So I'm a big fan right now.
Oh well, I'm so excited to be with you in person in just a couple days. So that'll be great.
I know. Well, tell me how this American Revival project I love, because we all need to love one another and get along. I mean, that's what we should do. What started that with you?
Yeah, I had made a movie a couple years ago called Leap of Faith about these pastors in Grand Rapids, Michigan, 12 pastors coming together over the course of a year to find out whether they could actually get along, or, to put it in scriptural terms, do all things hold together in Christ or not? And, it's a big question for them. This is sort of at the core of their faith and their relationship to each other, and it wasn't so clear what the outcome was going to be. But there's something about spending time together, about being physically with somebody else, that allows you to see past all the words, all the language that you might have applied to them, and to see the soul of the person behind that.
Wow.
And I think that when you do that, when you can see into someone's soul and see how they, like you, are just trying to find a way to get through the day, to get through the year, to be a good husband, a good wife, a good parent, a good child, you realize that our ability to help one another to be the best of who they are is much greater than our ability. It is an unstoppable power that we have and that we all share.
Well, there seems to be a bunch of people who believe like you do. You've got quite the crew behind you.
We feel very, very lucky to have a pretty good crew coming to Grundy, but I think part of the reason that they're so excited to come is because of the work that's been happening in Grundy, right? I feel like, in a way, you all have been piloting what the rest of the counties in this country should be thinking about, which is, what does it mean if we listen to each other and figure out what we need collectively? What does it mean to say, okay, well, we need a space to get together. We have this big empty high school. Why don't we try to create a community center out of it? We have this question around water. We have this question around housing. What does it mean for us to come together and see how we can tackle that as a community for ourselves? And I think that that's just so admirable that, it was an easy question for people when I said, hey, look, this is this amazing place. Would you come down and be a part of this? And folks like T-Bone Burnett, my father, Yo-Yo Ma, and Abigail Washburn, lots of people came through and said, yeah, you know what, I want to do this. This makes a ton of sense. This is what I want to believe, and this is what I want for my community, wherever I'm from, wherever I live.
Oh, that is just so hard. Oh, just it makes me almost want to cry. Has your dad played in the caverns yet?
I don't think he's ever played in the caverns, but I think once he plays there once, he'll want to come back again.
I'm telling you, it is sublime. It is an experience for a musician. I can't wait to hear him.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so glad. Yeah, no, I think, places, the sort of the natural acoustics of places like that, to me, are always such a reminder that, that the sort of the natural beauty around us has secrets to offer us that we may not even see. I mean, I feel like that's true of the caverns in general, right? It's like you could be walking on top of something and not realize just what's right below your feet. And that's kind of amazing. It sort of is a reminder for us to sort of wake up and look around and sort of see each other and see the world around us.
What made you start? Like, was there a certain thing that happened that you're like, oh my gosh? What was the process for this grand adventure?
Grand adventure, yeah, maybe foolhardy adventure. I don't know. We'll find out. But I made a movie a number of years ago in 2018 called "Won't You Be My Neighbor" with a dear friend and colleague Morgan Neville about the life of Fred Rogers.
Love him. I'm of that age, sir.
There you go. He's the best, right? And
amen.
At the end of that movie, I'd take it around the country, and people would often be quite emotionally moved by it, and that was great. Excited to hear his message again, and they say things like, where are the Fred Rogers of today? Mm-hmm. And that was a really poignant question because I didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just made this movie about this guy, and the most pressing question afterwards, I'm there sort of dumbfounded and not quite sure how to respond.
Yeah, because it was a pretty neat documentary. It had some good numbers and wonderful reception. So obviously it resonated.
Yeah, I think it really did, and I think it resonated at a time in our country, which it seems sort of quaint 8 years ago to talk about us feeling really divided as a country, but it's certainly something that we all feel even more now, where we're sort of afraid to strike up a conversation in a coffee shop or on the street or in the supermarket because we're not sure whether we're going to get along with the person. I think Fred really was the person who took the word neighbor and said, I want every kid to know the word neighbor before they know pretty much anything else. And Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was what he called his program. And I think in a way it was this reminder to me as I sort of sat with that really hard question of like, where are the Fred Rogers of today, that Fred wasn't trying to be Fred Rogers, right? The television personality.
Yeah.
Fred was trying to be a neighbor and trying to look after his neighborhood. And I think that Fred would sort of, when I try to channel what Fred might have said to me in that moment, or what I would hope that I can say to myself, it's really, how can I not be the Fred Rogers of today, but be the best Nicholas Ma that I can be? How can we each find, as Fred would say, be true to the best within us, Because if we do that, if we're true to the best within us, and then that sort of light shines out from us to other people and gives them the courage to be true to the best within them too. And I think sometimes when I think about music, when I think about the power of music, it's a power to sort of locate that thing inside you and to sort of sit with it and sort of say, oh wow, there is this part of me that I love, that I care about, that is precious and wonderful and deserves to be in the world. And then when you look around and you realize that you don't know who any of these 800 other people are in the caverns, but you realize that they're all having a similar experience at the same time. I don't know. There's something powerful about realizing just how much of humanity is shared, And that doesn't mean that things aren't hard and issues aren't difficult and that we don't disagree and all of that's still true. But at the core, if we can sit together, as total strangers for an hour and a half and look around and realize that now we share something that we may not even share with our best friends and family who are not there. We're sharing this with strangers. There's something powerful about what that means we can be to each other if we're willing to take a little bit of a risk.
Wow. That's deep, and that's walking in the hands and feet of Jesus. What where else are you going with this adventure?
Well, we really, Tennessee is an important place to me. My in-laws live in Tennessee. It's an important place to my dad. I think he fell in love with it when he was playing here a couple years ago, and just sort of the natural beauty both of the place, but also the inherent warmth and kindness of the people. And so we're coming back to Tennessee in April and May, and we'll be in Chattanooga and we'll be in Memphis. And I think, for me, the opportunity to say, hey, look, how can we take great work that's already going on and shine a light on it to give people the inspiration and courage to take on great work wherever they are? There's a lot of that happening in the state, and I think we want to make sure that we get a chance to help support that. So we'll be back in Tennessee in April and May. We'll be in Utah in September. We'll probably be in Maine in October. So we're rolling this out across the country and looking for communities that are interested. We just got a call in the other day from Portland, Oregon, saying, "Hey, we really need this. We really need this. Is there any chance that you could come by here in Portland and put on a revival here?" And it was really inspiring to me to hear people say, "Hey, this is something that could help us. Can you come and be a part of that with us?"
Oh man, well we love revivals in these neck of the woods, buddy.
Right. That's the thing. I think it's so interesting. I live in Brooklyn, New York, right?
Yeah.
And here, when I say the word revival, I get the hairy eyeball from people being like, I don't know, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Revivals are an American tradition, right? This is how we've come together for hundreds of years to sort of find out, to sort of ask ourselves the big, deep moral questions of what do we mean to ourselves, what do we mean to God, what do we mean to, whatever we sort of see out there in the world that's bigger than us, what do we mean? How do we mean it to each other? And I feel like we need a revival. I don't think there's anybody, no matter where you live in this country, who thinks that we've nailed it. We're batting 1,000. I don't think that's true. I think we're all sort of I feel like there's something better around the corner. How do we get there, and how do we get there together? I think that's a mystery that I'm excited for us to tackle, county by county, as neighbor by neighbor.
Yeah, what was that number? 3142? Was that it?
3142. Yeah, it's the number of counties in the country. 3,142, and this wonderful organization that we've been working with, Millions of Conversations, based out of Tennessee. Was working with folks in Grundy over the past number of years with the We See Hope initiative to sort of figure out what are the things that people here want and need and think would make a difference to creating a better future for themselves and their children. And when you think about that, all of a sudden, we're all sort of sitting on the same side of the table asking the same questions and coming up with similar answers. And so, when we found out that the 3142 group here had said they really need more community center space, we said, okay, well, why don't we just make the revival about, helping to finish up the Lytel Parton Center and make sure that community space exists.
I mean, seriously, we have a big history of music and folklore and storytelling. That's a Southern Appalachia thing, and I'm sure in different places. And music just fits, and to do it for our old alma mater for performing arts and community functions is just amazing. So incredibly thankful.
Oh, well, I'm so glad. I mean, we're going to be there the next day on the 31st from 1 to 5:30, with a range of organizations that are doing great work in the community, folks from, South Cumberland Park to Housing Hub to the Food Bank to the Junior Appalachian Musician Kids of Grundy. We'll have music from Jam Kids of Grundy. Abigail Washburn's going to be there. We're going to be screening episodes of Mr. Rogers. Free food from Mike and Betsy's Barbecue. And, culminating at 4 with, presenting this gift from the caverns to the Lytel Parton Center, and square dance and jam band from a bunch of folks. So it's going to be a party. So if you can't come on Friday, I would say come for the free food and for the great music and for the celebration of community. the next day on Saturday from 1 to 5:30. And if you want to dance, come between 4 and 5:30 because we're going to have a little bit of a square dance. So
Oh my gosh, that's the party. We love revivals, I'm telling you. All right, sir, have we missed anything? Once again, gosh, thank you.
No, thank you. I'm so grateful for your taking an interest in this and putting this on your show. I'm a great admirer of you and sort of the seriousness with which you sort of make sure that people know what's happening in their community, right? There's an absence of local news across the country, and I feel like you can find out what's happening in Grundy thanks to you. So I'm so grateful for that and so excited to meet you in person.
Oh, I am looking for it. Well, thank you for your time and safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Take care.
Thank you. All right. Oh my gosh. We're going to go on a quick break. Let's just go to a break, thank our sponsors because we love them, and we'll be right back and get to our regularly scheduled program. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
Psalm 96 from the ESV translation. Oh, sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Sing to the Lord, bless his name. Tell of his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous works among all the peoples. For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the peoples are worthless idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Splendor and majesty are before him, strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Ascribe to the Lord, O families of the peoples. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. Bring an offering and come into his court. Worship the Lord in the splendor of holiness. Tremble before him, all the earth. Say among the nation, the Lord reigns. Yes, the world is established. It shall never be moved. He will judge the peoples with equity. Let the heavens be glad and let the earth rejoice. Let the sea roar and all that fills it. Let the field exult and everything in it. Then shall all the trees of the forest sing for joy before the Lord. For he comes to judge the earth. He will judge the world in righteousness and the peoples in his faith. Hope this is blessed you, that we can exult in the Lord together. I'm J.D. Cantrell, a member at the Mont Eagle Church of Christ, but really I'm just a guy who loves Jesus, wants to follow after him. Do you do the same?
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
I'm going to shake up a little thing. If I get time at, what is today? Okay, the 20th? All right, the 20th. I don't have any birthdays. I am going to skip my birthdays and my prayer list to later if we have time. Not that they're not important, but I'm going to shake things up because I want to make sure I get to you because we have a hard stop at 9 o'clock. We've got the Tim and Mac show coming on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. But we have a hard stop at 9 o'clock. so I'm going to try to get through our phone calls, and if we have time, I'll do the birthdays and the prayer list at the very end. So, thanks. Morning.
You Michelle.
Woo! Look at you being number one lately.
Yeah, I thought I better be number one since you're doing Frida, so.
I know, and like I said, Tim and Mac are coming in, so Tuesdays are our short day.
Today, Tuesday, they'll be
Today's
there
Tuesday.
sometime shortly.
Yeah.
So.
What are you doing? What do I need to know today?
Well, I know they out yesterday. I didn't know nobody. I talked to her, and she went there. She still sick, so.
Is she still sick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check on her. She doesn't have that flu, does she?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. Maybe she might be there today. If she does, I might find out, so.
Well, it's supposed to be a pretty, but it's a cold day, but a pretty day.
Yeah, it's been so cold yesterday, and I know it'll be, I think, somewhere around 37, 38 high today, and so.
Which is,
And,
I
it
mean,
was 15 degrees when I was on TV a few minutes ago.
yeah, it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
That's okay. And did you check the weather for this weekend?
Well, I heard Channel 12 say we might not get none, but you never know. It might snow. So, but now if we do, it'll be just here, just dust to the ground. And so, if we do, we might do snow after that. So.
I think the kids would love to have snow. I just think it's a great experience, at least once in a winter.
Yeah. Used to, that's 2-3 years. You remember me saying we're not have some about Christmas time, but we never did. But maybe by the next December we might be snowing.
Yeah, maybe. But we'll take it, and especially if it's on the weekend. That's a little bit better for the kids. If you could time it right. So yeah. All right. Talk to anybody. Anything I need to know today?
Well, I ain't seen her from nobody, and just I said I hadn't been nowhere yesterday. I said I was too told to be outside. I don't mind be outside, but I got over the forward and started there be about half frozen up there for 2 seconds, and time you in and out, get ready to go to town. But I just wait till it's a little bit warmer. I might be out by and see what's going on. So.
Yeah, Eric took the cover off the Miata and started it.
Yeah,
so
really,
he's a good boy. Yeah, most of. All right. Do you remember Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
Michelle, I don't remember. I do.
It was a show. It would be growing up. I'm older than you, so I definitely remember it.
Now I might remember right if you're in Tracy City, but while I was growing up, I was a kid, brought it to here and back to Florida. I don't remember.
Well, if it was on a kids show, it started in 1968, and it had 31 seasons.
Oh.
So it was on PBS. Remember? PBS. It was on PBS.
Crossroads. I taught it now.
So it was 1968 to 2001. So I watched it. I was on the cusp. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah. Well, I think
kind of like a Bozo's Circus or Captain Kangaroo. Did you ever watch any of those?
I remember I watched Captain Kangaroo. Well, still here in Florida, Because Mom and Dad said, well, he said, what's wrong with Lee? I said, I don't know. And I've always been a little sick, Daddy said, well, Dad, your mother was get ready. I'll take you to the hospital. And sometimes I'll be in there for 2-3 days, the thing for the what's wrong with me or nothing. I'll be watching Captain Kangaroo. I'll be watching Big Donald, where you don't bet your hamburgers and fries. I watched that on TV when I was little kid. That's somewhere around, I'd say 70, 71,
yeah.
Growing up, I probably about 4 years old, I think it was. So,
Yeah, well, that's a long time to remember. I just have fond memories of it.
you know, and it was them days. It was them good days when I used to watch, you know, and
Yeah, back when it was good. I hear you. All right, well, I'm going to head out. As you know, what today is. I hope stay warm. I hope you see Misty, and if you do, tell her we love her.
I will, and don't head west of me. I'll probably maybe next Friday or.
You just don't ever know, do you?
Sure don't. I'll tell you, if it's sketchy, though.
All right.
To talk to Free more, though.
Okay, all right. See you, bye.
Sure.
Morning. Whoa, morning.
Morning.
What are y'all getting into it? Are you bickering?
No, we're bickering these children. I got these kids. These wild Indians here. This is David.
Oh boy. Is David a wild Indian?
Yeah, he is today.
What does he want Pa to do?
It's Howland. He's playing with his truck. He's a coyote.
Oh. Well, they're around.
Yeah, buddy. Well, we had them here the other morning.
Did you? Someone saw it looked like a wolf, but the coyote was pretty darn big.
I seen one back 2 or 3 months ago was big. I don't know what it was. It was a coyote with it.
Really, like a smaller one. There, Gerald had taken a picture. I think from his. No, it was a picture, and it looked like a wolf, like the one in the Heritage Center.
Yeah.
It looked like a wolf, but I don't know.
This one was red.
It was what color?
Red looking.
Oh, but it was big.
It was big.
Huh. Well, we'll stick David after him.
He'll have to get in my pocket.
All right. Hey, anything I need to know today? I got you down. You guys are going to have fun. When does David go home?
We got the snowstorm coming.
I know. And it looks like we're right on the edge of it.
Mitch West said it could last 24, 38, or longer.
No.
Said it's giant, buddy. The slowest moving. And said somebody is fixing to get an ice storm. It's unreal.
No.
And it shows it going down into Georgia.
Wow. When's it supposed to hit? Like, what's an anticipated start?
I think it's Friday night. So you better get you some milk and eggs there, buddy.
This is one of those.
What about that Chase? What have you heard? What's he saying?
Well, let's see what Chase is saying. I shared one of his posts. Was it earlier this morning or maybe it was yesterday of saying pretty much the same thing. So, but I saw that Montego was right on the cusp. But those things change all the time. But it's huge. Whoever's going to get it, it's huge.
They say they could change. They're keeping up with it, though. They keep watching it. But this is a big system.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like epic. What do they used to call those big ones? Something. I don't know. I'll come up with it. But they weird names like big, mega. All right, here we go. This was an hour ago. As of this morning, the Euro, blah, 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 are on a similar boat as far as the heaviest snow being centered in Tennessee this weekend.
That's what they said.
However, they disagree on how far north the ice goes.
Yeah, that's what everybody's just saying. They don't know how far it's going to come up on us. But down in Georgia and Alabama, it's coming out of Arkansas, too.
Yeah, but eventually changing to sleet in the Chattanooga metro.
Yeah, Chattanooga's fixing to get it. It shows it coming up into Chattanooga, and then another one, it shows it coming on up toward us.
Yeah. I want to say Montego's at the little point, but that can move any which way. North Alabama and North Georgia get hit hard with heavy icing.
That's what they're saying.
And all surrounding areas. First during the day Saturday, then sleet and freezing rain on top of the snow Saturday night. Into the day Sunday. Want to hear something wild? Oh, okay. Both the GFS and Euro are showing the possibility of 10 inches of snow across the majority of Middle and East Tennessee, including Chattanooga.
Nashville said that we might get 19 inches. The weatherman said, no, that's not confirmed. But that other one was laughing about it. And it could be like a 93 storm.
93 was huge.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they call for this, too.
Oh, my God. I don't think the Orange Man can take it.
Hey, Lou, I've done made chili this time. What will I do?
Well, the key is make sure you have your canned goods or go to the store and stock on up. Wow.
You don't be able to get in the store Friday.
Yeah, you better do it now. All right, so he says once we get within 72 hours of this, the short range model data will get in range, and that will help with timing and precipitation type. Also,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Lastly, I am not trying to scare any of you. Did you hear Chase got spanked for being a weathermonger? Yeah, there were some haters out there that did not care for him being a weathermonger. I'm like, I don't care. I am thankful for Chase Bryant. So anyway, yeah, you're right. Here we go. Thank you for sharing such joy and sunshine today, Junior.
I like this.
I know you did. Well, we live for this. Let's bring it on.
That's right.
Bring it on.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. You're going to stay home and hang out and cook some chili.
Go to Georgia, so you'll be on the right.
Wait, she's not going to Georgia, is she?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, they may have to come up here.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Stop it. All right, kids, have a wonderful cold day, and let's just have some fun this week.
That's right.
All right, bye, David.
Bye.
See you, bye. See you, bye.
He said bye. He said bye.
My new follower. Say bye. Morning.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Leslie.
Oh.
Hey, did you hear about that snow that we could get?
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it.
Woo, doggy.
I'm not prepared for it.
Well, you better get prepared, Leslie, because you've got surgery tomorrow.
Yeah, in the morning they moved my surgery up to 10:30, so I'll probably be able to talk to you tomorrow. So I'll probably just be getting ready here. I got some stuff I have to get ready.
Yeah, I'll forgive you this time, but holy cow, are you excited?
No. You kidding me? Who'd be excited about something like that?
Because everyone loves hospitals, don't they?
Oh, sure. It's just like funeral home.
Leslie, it's going to be great. I have complete confidence in the good Lord above that you're going to come back sassier than ever, and maybe this immunity thing will get fixed.
Yeah, the Lord's will. It'll work out fine. I ain't too awful worried about it.
Do you come home Wednesday night?
Wednesday evening, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, then what is today? Yeah, today's the time to stock up. Send your kids. Everybody get everything you need.
Yeah. Well, I guess I got all I need now. I'll get through.
Okay. All right, Leslie. You don't need anything else? You ready? What do you need?
Just get in here about Zedekiah's rebellion.
Okay. All right. So, Ezekiel, anything we need to know before we go to Ezekiel?
There's a lot of requests. I can't think of half of them. This little baby Red McGee, I think his last name is, baby.
Yeah, I've got him on the top of the list.
And John Butner.
Is he still with us?
As far as I know, I ain't heard no other news.
I haven't either, so I'm just checking in. Okay. Okay. Anybody else that you can think of?
Just pray for me.
Well, you're on there. I would definitely pray. You're gonna be fine. All right, so we're still in 17?
Yeah, I got 4 verses in that part, but there's 10 altogether. I think it's just chapter, but we'll get them 4.
All right, let's get those 4. What are they?
15 through 18.
15 through 18. All right. And I am in with Joseph talking about all of that, his story right now in my reading.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
That's good reading.
It is good reading. It's fast. All right, I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. Zedekiah's rebellion. But he rebelled against him and sent his ambassadors into Egypt, that they might give him horses and much people. Shall he prosper? Shall he escape that does such things? Or shall he break the covenant and be delivered? As I live, saith the Lord, surely in the place where the king dwelleth, that made him king, whose oath he despised, and whose covenant he brake, even with him, in the midst of Babylon he shall die. These shall Pharaoh with his mighty army and great company make for him in war by casting up mountains, by building forts to cut off any persons. Then he despised the oath by breaking the covenant, when lo, he had given his hand and has done all these things, he shall not escape. So Zedekiah is really angered the Lord here, trying to go in the east to get help against the king of Babylon. And God's telling him, it won't do you no good. They won't help. They made a federation with Egypt, but Egypt backed down.
Okay.
You know, it's just the way people are.
Yeah, I do understand. All right.
So you can't put your trust in man, you don't put your trust in God.
You gotta let go and let God. Seriously.
Amen, that's right.
Because I don't know everything. Do you?
I'd like to, but no.
I mean, there's a lot of things that go into all that, and I'm just gonna have to trust him.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. Just trust the Lord with all your might, lean not to your own understanding, knowledge him in all your ways. He direct your path. That's in Hosea 4, 5, and 6.
Right. Well, let's see. Ted says, at the heart of this passage is the seriousness with which God regards oath.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That it should be regarded with such seriousness when you give your word. The covenant with Babylon was not just a political agreement. It was sworn under God's name. By violating it, Judah dishonors both the human authority they submitted to and the divine authority that witnesses every vow. God makes clear that pragmatic excuses do not nullify moral obligation.
That's right.
Boom!
When he made a federation with the Nebuchadnezzar there, they swore to God, so it was a covenant between God and Zedekiah and the king of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
So it was non-breakable trust there.
Yeah.
Supposed to have been non-breakable. Zedekiah.
Wow, that's oaths are important.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great message for today, and you're on our prayer list. Tomorrow's going to be just fine. What time do you go in?
By 10.
By 10. Okay, and then the surgery is supposed to be at what time?
Whenever I get there, I guess they'll prep and then they'll send me on back. I don't know.
They'll whisk you in, or you'll wait forever.
Yeah. I'll probably wait for a long time before they get around to anything.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Just
Wait's what their problem is.
yeah, that's just the way it is. At least it's not Europe, and you have to wait, a month. And
Well, I ain't never heard of this doctor, but maybe
who's the doctor?
he's John Campbell.
Well, it's a fine name.
Yeah, that's kind of familiar, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a fine name. I'll trust him.
Yeah. Just pray that God will guide his hands or whatever he does.
Yeah. Is it down at Winchester?
Yeah, I hate that place too.
Well, I know they just changed names and stuff, and maybe it'll be better. I don't know. But I had Dr. Greer when I did mine.
But Dr. Greer was a good doctor.
Yeah, I trusted. I don't care how old he was. I trusted him. Anyway, all right, Leslie. Well, it's gonna be fine. I look forward to talking to you on the flip side of it.
All right. Have
right.
a great one.
All right. Anything, holler.
Stay alert tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. See.
Home, I may call you or text you.
All right. Let me know.
All right.
All right. See you. Bye. Morning.
Morning, Ava.
Hey, my granny. What are you doing?
Hey, that guy, what's his name, is going to have a gallstone surgery.
That's Leslie.
Leslie, okay. All right. Had that done, and I'm telling you, that is one of the, and they said mine wasn't bad enough to do any surgery on it.
Okay.
I stayed in there for about 2.5 hours with playing music and running me through this machine that was in Nashville.
Okay.
And, oh, you know what? That is one of the awfulest pains. I still have it.
Do you really? It is a horrible pain. It's almost worse than the childbirth.
It is, and sometimes you'll get nauseated.
Uh-huh.
You get your stomach.
Yeah.
And I take on that one side there, and I hold that up where that gallbladder that was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of the awfulest things I'd rather give birth to a kid is to have that. I feel sorry for him because I went through with it, and I don't know why that they didn't go ahead
and just take it.
Huh?
They should have
didn't
just
know. They said it wasn't bad enough to do anything about.
Well, they should have just taken it.
Well, they should have, but they did not. And then now I'm suffering the consequences of it from them not doing that. But I'm just, I bear with it. But sometimes you'll feel like you just get so sick at your stomach that you can't hardly stand it. And that's how a lot of that way it affects me. I don't have it affect anybody else, but it is awful. But anyway, I just don't call it and see who he was. And I hope his turns out better than mine did.
Yeah, his is getting out, thankfully. I think it's inflamed and it's causing some immunity issues, in my personal opinion.
Well, mine, it is me too. I'm just having to deal with it. I don't know, but I hope his one turns out okay. If it don't, when he gets out, he can tell us what it is.
Well, tell Joe to make it happen and to get that thing out of there.
Oh, no, listen, I mean, I ain't got much longer on things to stay here anyway, and I went through so much, Ava, so I don't know if I can handle it or not.
I know, I hate that pain. That pain's horrible, more horrible than the surgery. The surgery is super easy.
Yeah, well, I won't know how his turns out when he gets out.
Yeah, let's find out. All right, Granny, thanks for sharing.
All right, bye home.
All right, bye, sweetheart. Thanks for sharing that. Morning.
Good morning, Sunshine.
Hey, Barbara. Got any thoughts on gallbladders?
No, I had mine out. I think it was in '82.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Mine was out in '93, I think. I didn't miss it. I don't think I missed it.
Well, I don't think I missed mine. As far as I know, I've not had any problems about it.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any thoughts on Orange Men?
Well, no, I've not really took time to think about it.
Okay, good. All right, I just didn't know where we were at.
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they moved up there taking care of that property for several years.
Okay.
And so they bought the monks bought that place. And
is it, how many acres? Is it 580 or 584? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
But they come up there. They lived in a trailer on the property next to what was the cabin they called it. It was a hunting place.
Right. Yeah, right.
And so they come up there, wanting them to rush them to move out. And my brother-in-law had been battling cancer and everything, and my sister-in-law told him, said, he can't help me move So you're going to have to give me time. I've got to find help.
Yeah, no kidding. Is that what's going on now, or are they still there?
No, they finally got moved back home. She hadn't been back home, I think maybe right after Christmas, somewhere around that time.
Okay.
And but there's rushing them to get them moved out from up there. But they come up there before that saying that they had bought the place and it hadn't been finalized.
Yeah, I think it was a long process. They said they wanted it the minute they saw it, they said.
But she said that they wanted to be like the Mennonites. They wanted to grow their own food and all that stuff. And I said, how they going to grow food that ain't nothing but a pile of rocks?
Yeah, it's it's not conducive to that, and it doesn't have the water. There's so many. It's a beautiful piece of property, but it doesn't have the infrastructure, and we don't have the infrastructure for what they're talking about.
Well, she said they come up there and took a bunch of showers, and it run the well dry. They didn't even have no water.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no infrastructure, and we don't have. I mean, unless I just don't see it. But anyway, that's fine. I mean, this is America. They bought it.
Well, I hope they don't stay myself because she hadn't told me nothing about them. She just said they was monks, and she said they was nice and friendly.
Yeah, they seem super nice.
But they was rushing them to move out, after they'd done been up there taking care of that place for years. And
well, I blame the owner on that.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, I blame the owner. I blame the owner on that. I mean, it's their property. They just want it. They just want it.
Yeah, and so they got moved back home, and she's thrilled to death. She said she'd been homesick for a long time.
Oh, good. So it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out for them, but I don't know about all the rest of us.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to trust the process. I know our leadership certainly doesn't want a 5,000 person commune in the middle of Grutley Lager.
No, we don't.
I mean, we can't take that in. There is no town in Grundy County that's 5,000 people.
Well, there's probably been 2 or 3 other groups that tried to buy that place, and it got a stop put to it. So I don't know what we're going to do about these since they say they've bought it. But
well, and once again, this is America, Barbara, and we have no regulations, right?
I know, but we can pray.
We sure can. Yes, ma'am, we sure can. And we can...
If they don't believe in God and worship our God like we do.
No, they don't.
They need to move on.
I didn't mean to fire you up, Barbara.
But I mean, that's what I'm hearing, that they don't believe in our God. Why they come here?
Because it's a spiritual place and it's a beautiful place, Barbara. We live in paradise. I think most people don't realize that, but we do. We live in paradise.
Yeah, but we want to keep our paradise and not have all these.
I don't disagree with you, but we're going to, with no regulations, we have no choice. So we better get with it, Barbara.
Well, I say people better start praying.
Amen. And working towards good solutions for our people.
Exactly, because we can't. I mean, if their well goes dry, they're not getting my water.
Well, no, and that's in the whole scheme of things, we do not have the infrastructure to give them what they want. It just is. I just don't see it happening. No. We don't have the water to do that.
Was telling me about seeing the video, but she asked me did I see it, but No, I've not seen the video.
Yeah, it was on TikTok, I think. I don't know.
Well, I don't do TikTok, so I guess that's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't either. I just do it to keep up with some things, and it's rare. So, like when people send this to me, I can open it. It's gonna be fine, Barbara. But I think that we need to make some. We need to open up the discussion to what we're going to do about our future. I mean, this is the last frontier. People want it.
Yeah.
You know, we're free here. We're free here, Barbara.
I know, but you know, the Bible teaches us that we got as much faith as a grain of mustard seed, we can move a mountain.
That's a true story. I just was reading about that. All right, Barbara, I got to go on break, but I'm sorry. Yeah, amen. And I'm sorry I riled you up, but it is something to talk about for sure. I mean, it needs to be talked about. We can't just. Anyway, thank you, Barbara.
A lot of people didn't know about it. You have a blessed day.
All right, Barbara. See you. Bye. All right, we're going to go on our last break. Thank you, sponsors who we love, and we'll be right back. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Monteagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and Certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Monteagle, Tennessee.
You can tour a cool cave, listen to live music underground, or just camp under the stars. It's homegrown fun deep in the Tennessee hills. Check out what's going on at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes the journey. Dr. Eric Shull of Shull Chiropractic Clinic is proud to serve our community from his new office at 16 First Street in Monteagle, right across the street from DuBose. They still offer trusted effective care for all ages, including spinal decompression, dry needling, infrared therapy, shockwave therapy, and even an on-site x-ray. Come see what a difference it makes to feel good again. Call 931-924-4869 to set up your appointment today. Tracy City welcomes Trekside. Open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located right across the street from Roundhouse Park in Tracy City. Come join the crew in saying, who has more fun than us? We're back. All right, we got 8 minutes. The Tim and Mac show are in the house in the green room, waiting to spread their joy and wisdom. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn, what's up?
Well, you mentioned Joseph. You know, there were only 2 people in the Old Testament that whose lives were given their character that nothing bad was said about them, and that was Joseph and Daniel.
Really?
Yes, only 2 people.
That nothing was bad was said about them.
That's right. Nothing, no flaws of their character, of their love and obedience to God.
Oh, that's high praise right there. That's a big book.
Yes, and what I spoke of yesterday, I haven't been able to determine exactly what was what Babylon was really contributing to, but we do know, and it's important to realize that although Zedekiah refused to pay tribute, and they were taken to Babylon because of his not paying tribute, and of course they were told that he would be blinded and he would not see his sons, and of course that did happen. But it was the punishment of the Babylonian captivity that cured Judah of their idolatry. And that is important to know and to remember. And as far as Persia is concerned, the only outstanding thing I can think of right now, without knowing what the minister said, is that they allowed Israel or Judah, it was Judah that went back home, and continued to be a nation again. And of course they were, and their nationality ended with Titus coming in after around 70 A.D., that is, and conquering Jerusalem and conquering the country, destroying the temple. So, and of course, Greece is important because Greece conquered Rome culturally.
Right.
Rome conquered Greece militarily. And, of course, Greece provided the Greek language, which was accepted in the Roman nation. And the New Testament was written in Greek, and Greek is the most expressive language ever. Sometimes it took 3 or 4 verses, they call them spurious verses, to translate one verse from the Greek. And then Rome, of course, the government, with their...
that was Latin, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, they accepted Greek too. They had more than one language that they used in the Roman nation, but yes, the Romans spoke Latin.
Okay.
But the important thing was that, well, I've kind of lost my train of thought there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we went off topic, but yeah.
Their government was, and there were great engineers that made roads throughout the entire known world, and that made it possible for the gospel to be more easily spread.
And didn't I hear, and I can't remember where, that when the tribes spread out to Europe, they used those roads? Is that right?
When the church did.
When the church did. Okay.
The church, the apostles, they used them to travel. Yes, I'm getting a call. I'm going to have to go.
Yeah,
yes,
ma'am.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, ma'am. She'll hang up on me for her son, as it should be. Joyce used to be the same way. I've got 3 minutes. Let's go through some birthdays really quick. I told you I'd get through those in a prayer list. Actually, let me do these birthdays. I'll ask one of y'all to do the prayer if y'all don't mind. So we got 3 minutes? Okay. I don't know who we have tomorrow. I haven't looked. Let me look with that one real quick. All right. Do we have anyone tomorrow? No, it's good. We're us. So we can talk about whatever you want to. Birthdays. Let's not forget these folks. Avery Kelleher. Avery used to own Monteagle Tire and Auto. Him and his lovely bride, Lisa. I don't know how many transplants he's had, a kidney. He just recently daughter. He's an entrepreneur, just amazing human, and just blessed to be alive. Happy birthday to Jim Hall, Penny Brewer Rowland, Jetty Norris Parson, Sarah Ratz over at the Beersheba Springs Assembly, Sid Daughtry, happy birthday, Tiffany Hitt, Ted Ridings, Dennis Decker, and Timothy Lau. Happy birthday. And then as far as our prayer list, let's continue to pray for baby Barron, baby McGee, boy. Brenda gave us an update on baby McGee, and it's just, bless him. So much in his 7 months. We're going to pray for Leslie. Leslie has his surgery tomorrow. So let's do our praying arms around Leslie as he goes through this gallbladder surgery, and he's going to come out the other side so much better. So let's pray for the journey. Pray for Charlie and Joyce, Shirley and Clarence, Paul and Karen, Charlie and Sue. We're going to pray for Miss Jones' brother, Martin Crabtree. All the sick. Miss Granny's sick. I hate that. William and Brad Dickerson, Blake Meeks, Secura Meeks, John Butner, Shay, Barbara's little granddaughter. She's doing much better. And we're going to pray specifically for that the people in authority come to themselves and do what is right. We're going to pray for Kathy Tate, who fell and fractured her arm on her healing journey. Benny Kilgore, Brian Meeks' family, Adam Meeks. We got a huge praise report from his mama, but it's still a journey. William Sanders, that's Leslie's great-grandson. Ellen Smart family, Donnie Phillips family, Donnie Chance family. We're going to pray for Lewis. He's our Lewis from Dole, but he's not in Dole anymore. He's in Indiana. We're going to pray for Misty and whatever it is that's going on with her. We love our Misty. And we're going to continue to pray for Miss Dola and Miss Linda. So happy. All right, so that's it. Lord, please lift up all of our folks. We're so thankful for everything that you do in our lives. We especially need your guidance now. It's a lot going on, and we're just going to have to trust, like Daniel, in your wisdom. And that's just what we're going to do. It's a little crazy out there. If you don't mind, lift up our folks. On our list, it's a small but mighty group, so many different things, but you know all that they need. They just need an extra hug, an extra light, an extra signpost to know that you are there, and we're just so thankful. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, that is it. Thank you once again to Yo-Yo Ma, his son Nicholas Ma, who called in. I'm looking forward to hearing his dad coming in for the American Revival. So very thankful for that. We'll talk more about that. I've got to go. I'm not going to answer this phone. I'll take it off break, but stay tuned. We're going to take a break, go to the restroom, grab a bio break, I think I've heard. Grab some water, coffee, whatever it is you want, and then come on back and listen to the Tim and Mac show. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you tomorrow.